If you get these 3 things right, you will absolutely achieve a non-diabetic A1C just like me. The principles I'm about to share are the same principles my team and I taught Tina, which led to her dropping her A1C from 10.6% to 5.4%. Raj dropped his A1C from 7.4% to 5.2%. And Heather dropped hers from 9.2% to 5.2%. In today's video, I am going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to share what I ate, and I'm going to share recipes that I think a lot of you would actually enjoy even more than what I ate. As we go through this day together, I will be sharing key principles about what I am doing to achieve an A1C of 5.5%, which is the range I've maintained for about 18 years now. This information can help you achieve a non-diabetic A1C, improve your time in range on your CGM, help you reach your ideal body weight, lower your cholesterol, lower your blood pressure, lower your triglycerides, and more. This day of eating was Friday, May 10th, 2024. My total carbs for the day was 647 grams. That's over 22 times more carbs than a low-carb eater would consume in one day. So what do you think happened to my blood sugar? Was it all over the place? Did I have to inject a large amount of insulin? Let's find out. Right now, my insulin sensitivity is actually quite low compared to what it's been recently because I'm taking a break from Ironman training. In under 12 months, I completed 3 Ironman races. And for those who aren't familiar, that is a race where you swim 2.4 miles, and then you bike 112 miles, and then you run a full marathon, 26.2 miles, as fast as you can with no breaks. I completed all 3 races under 12 hours. And in one of those races, I just missed qualifying for World Championships by 1 minute. So as you can see, every second counts. The point is, I recently completed my 3rd Ironman and I'm taking a break. So I'm not training very hard right now. I think it's important for everybody to know that insulin sensitivity can change quickly, but there is a baseline that we all should make sure we don't go above at any time of the year. I'll cover this in more detail in future videos. I started this day with a 25-minute meditation session and then 50 minutes of physical therapy. I use an app called FocusMate to help me stay accountable for specific activities. If you'd like me to share more about that, just let me know in the comments below and I can make a whole video on that topic. Then I went for a light 30-minute run. I took some time to stop and document this amazing tomato field that I've been watching grow for months now. Then when I got back, my first meal of the day was a very delicious salad. It was absolutely spectacular. So my meal here is super basic. It has fruit, and it has a variety of greens and some microgreens, wildly delicious and very simple. Here is another option that you could eat for breakfast. This comes from the Mastering Diabetes weekly meal plan, which is absolutely incredible and people love it. So this is a mushroom and kale stuffed sweet potato, and I think it'll knock your socks off. For my second meal of the day, I had a smoothie. I ate this while I was driving to a meeting. So let's talk about principle number 1. As you can see, I have shown you 2 of my meals so far for the day, and both of them included greens. When you are transitioning to a low-fat, plant-based whole food diet and beginning to adopt the Mastering Diabetes method, it's really important to have greens and or non-starchy vegetables with every meal, including breakfast, including lunch, including dinner, and ideally with your snacks as well. Write this down. Number 1 principle for lowering your A1C is to include greens and or non-starchy vegetables at every meal. So let's look at another recipe you could have if you didn't want to have the smoothie. A nice lunch could be spiced lentils and broccoli with lemon. When you make this recipe, you'll have 2 servings, which is great for leftovers. Once I arrived at my first meeting, I had a few extra minutes to walk around. I do everything I can to build in buffers throughout my day, which allow for extra walking. I was able to walk around a great neighborhood in Miami Beach, and I had the chance to eat some Suriname cherries, and I got to check out a flourishing mango tree. Here are some clips from Instagram. Check this out. Suriname cherries here. That's good, but when they get like a deeper purple, they're even better. Yeah. That's gonna be good. Yeah, wow. That one was really sweet. Unbelievable. Okay, the excitement level is 100 out of 10 right now. It's 100 out of 10. Look at this. Unbelievable, the mangoes are coming. They are coming. Let's go. If you don't follow me there, come join the party. I had about another 1 hour drive to get to my next meeting. Once I was there, I had my third meal of the day. This was a delicious zucchini pasta dish. Again, super simple. And if you wanted to have another super simple meal, you could eat this simple salad with chickpeas, corn, mangoes, greens, and more. I had the opportunity to go for another walk, which I forgot to film video footage of, but it was a wonderful walk and I saw many more mango trees, which is super exciting. Mango abundance is upon us in South Florida. Then for dinner, I had this delicious salad with mixed greens, mangoes, tomatoes, and bell peppers. Another great option you could have for dinner would be mango and black bean quinoa salad. This is another meal made with basic, easily accessible ingredients. So let's talk about principle number 2 here. As you saw, even during a day where I did over 3 hours of driving, I still found time to incorporate some walks. I got in my main exercise of a short run early in the morning, and throughout the rest of the day, I incorporated easy breezy walking, and that helps stabilize blood glucose levels. The third principle is to reduce your fat intake. Excess dietary fat is the primary cause of insulin resistance. Every meal I showed you today in this video was a truly low-fat meal. Don't get confused by people telling you a meal is low-fat when it really isn't. This mistake happens all the time, even in world-class peer-reviewed literature. Let's take a look at how my blood sugar responded to these meals that were high in carbs and low in fat. I'm living with type 1 diabetes. I wear a Dexcom G6 continuous glucose monitor and an Omnipod 5 wireless insulin pump. Here is my CGM data for the day. The goal for people with type 1 diabetes is to have a time in range of 70% or greater. A 2023 paper published in JAMA found that 36% of type 1s achieved that goal. It's very low. On this day, my time in range was 99%. My standard deviation, which is a measure of blood glucose stability, was 17%, which is similar to people who are not living with any form of diabetes. In conclusion, this was a wonderful day of eating amazing food, enjoying every bite, and having some super fun meetings and just living my best life. I followed 3 key principles. I had greens and or non-starchy vegetables at every meal. I incorporated walks into my day, and I kept my diet low in total fat. If you have any questions about this approach, please write them in the comments. I'll be reading and responding to all of them. I'll also be looking for future video ideas. So if you have any suggestions, go ahead and share those in the comments as well. In the meantime, eat more mangoes.